Well, Thiago, first off, an information that I was actually quite surprised by. You had never been to Rio, like, ever in your life?
No, that's my first time here. I've been to the airport a few times when, you're doing stopping here to go to another city in Brazil, but it's actually my first time here in Rio.
That is so unusual, right, for a Brazilian.
Yeah.
How are you finding the city?
It's beautiful. It's beautiful, beautiful city. I'm kind of mad I haven't been here before, but it is what it is. I'm excited to be here.
I was just saying that it's strange to see you again so soon. You had, I guess, issues with consistency for a while, right? You had just a tough time getting things going. But then, 2018, you got 2 fights. This is your second one in 2019. How important is it to just like keep this rhythm going?
It's very important. I think it makes my life, a lot easier. Being consistent, being able to always be in shape, and just tune up for the fight, change the strategy for a different fighter, and that's what I want to do. I want to stay, busy. I want to stay consistent. I think that's when I'm at my best.
And when we talk about fighting in people's home countries, like I guess some people it doesn't matter as much. This is your second fight in a row in Brazil. You had a bit of a war there last time. Is it special to you? Do you feed off the energy of the crowd when you're here?
Yeah, it's super special. I mean, I spent most of my, UFC career fighting overseas, in either in America or in other countries. This is my second fight. This is going to be my third fight for the UFC here. And when I left Brazil, MMA wasn't as popular as it is today, So it's super special for me to be able to be here, in Rio, for my third Brazil fight.
You had, like I mentioned, had the war with Max Griffin, and your opponent now, he's also like a Muay Thai guy, and it's looking like we could get another war. Is that what you're expecting as well?
Yeah. I know it's going to be a tough fight, but it's not going to be a war. I'm going to shut him off. I'm going to shut him down, and hopefully to get him out of there by the end of the first round.
We actually talked about this in the past because it's interesting. I guess for any fighter, the ideal thing is just in and out quickly. But there's value to like wars and adversity and just kind of like going through the rough spot and coming out of it. How did that, how did that war with Max Griffin coming out of it? What did that do for you, just in terms of confidence and maybe just confirmation? Like, yeah, I still got it.
Yeah, I mean, I never had any doubt, that I was born for this, and after the second round, I just confirmed and cemented everything. I said, dude, I'm here. I'm a motherfucker in that cage, It's not a matter of me turning it on. Once I'm on, I'm a motherfucker. I'm really hard to deal with. And that's what I'm going to bring, starting first round. I'm not going to start fighting in the second round anymore. I'm going to turn on the first round. I'm going to go after him, and let's see how well he can handle the pressure.
You've also been very open about the fact that this is kind of like the twilight of your career. Like, you can see the end inside. You have plans for the future. You talked about maybe being a police officer and things like that. I know you're kind of like taking it fight by fight, but coming into this one, have you thought about your future in the cage? Have you planned anything out, like number of fights, where you want to fight them, maybe who you want to fight?
I got another fight left in my contract after this one with UFC. I would like to finish all my fights in Brazil, just because I never had the opportunity to fight in Brazil, when, I was in UFC. So it's really special to, feel this energy. And hopefully, to finish my career here in Brazil. When it comes to my timeline, I don't know. I'm having too much fun right now to stop. I know I'm not going to be doing this for another 3-4 years. That's no way. I don't want to do that. And I want to work out on my own terms. Whenever I think it's time, it'll be time. But my focus right now is to, break him on Saturday night.
You already work also as a coach. How do you balance that? I mean, how do you make sure that all of your bases are covered by balancing these two careers at the same time?
It's pretty easy being a coach and being a fighter, because I've been, involved with professional combat sports since I was 15 years old, and I am a part-time coach. I'm not a full-time coach. So ATT gives me a lot of freedom, to focus on me first, and then, focus on the other athletes that they need help with. So it's pretty easy. I actually get to learn a lot. I'm always in the gym. That's a good thing. So I'm always learning. I'm always developing. So it kind of helped me become a better fighter.